I just want to say before I begin, thanks to all the people who commented and took the time to, well, really just ask for more updates to the LP, the original one. That really meant a lot to me. It did. So I'm gonna reboot it just for you guys, and well, I guess that's all I have to say. So let's do this thing. The Elder Scrolls, Chapter 1, The Arena, as told by a complete noob with an epic accent. Okay, now this goes too fast for me to read normally, so I'm going to do it fast. For centuries, different factions about Imperial Wars of Battle of a complex until 2E and 96, type accepting crush all those who oppose him to take control of him and the Emperor. So the better years of war and its effect on the populace named Tabriel Elvis for Dawn's beauty, some its lit, and was soon forgotten, a place where life and death were different sides of the same coin tossed every day. The people of the known world began calling the land of their sorrow the Arena. Now, 492 years after Tiber Septim took control and kept the peace, the land of Arena has a new threat. The Emperor Arena is set to the 7th celebration his 43rd birthday. The jealous hearts desire the throne and plot his downfall. I'm actually reading too fast. It is said that hope flies on death's wings. Prepare then, for as the Elder Scrolls foretold, it will be here that your adventure begins. Now, just like last time, I'm going to start a new game. I lost my save file, so I can't start from where I left off last time. I know, it stinks, but there's nothing I can do about that. So let's start this game. Let's do this! Uriel Septim IV, Emperor of Tamriel, stands with Talon, leader of the Imperial Guards. They have been summoned by Jagar Tharn, Imperial Battle Mage of the Empire, on rumors of treachery. The Emperor is betrayed. Irony. And transported to a dimension of Tharn's choosing. After months of preparation, Jagar Tharn, takes the throne. Real Silmain, once Tharn's apprentice, is captured before she can warn the Elder Council of the... Too fast. Manipulating the essence of magic, Tharn prepares to take the true Emperor's place as ruler of the known land. The Imperial Wizard wastes no time in gathering his servants and turning them into twisted counterparts of the Emperor's Guard. And they're naked for some reason. How do you wish to select your class? And just like last time, I'm going to show you the generator before getting into the actual game. If you don't want to see the generator, and believe me, it takes a long time to get through, click on the annotation, it will be in the corner. It won't let me go over to where it is, but it's going to be in that corner. Now, the game will ask you 10 questions, which you have to answer A, B, or C. As you're doing this, 3 constellations will light up in the background, and the combination of how much each of them is lit up will determine what class you are. A combination of Thief, Mage, and Warrior. Because you expressed interest, Armsmaster Festil told you a few hints about recognizing magical weaponry. Later, you were practicing archery with a few friends. One boy who was never a strong archer has become something of a sharpshooter. You suddenly realize that he is using magical arrows. What do you do? A. Tell the others about the arrows. In a friendly archery match, using magical arrows is cheating. B. Tell your friend you noticed that he was using magical arrows, and if he doesn't get you some, you will tell the arms master and the others the reason behind his improvement. I can't talk today. C. Say nothing. If you have a need for magical arrows, you can always mention something to him later. After all, magic is not really a cheat, it is a different skill. Nay. A good friend of yours is in love with a girl from a neighboring village, a girl who barely knows him. He is extremely shy and inexperienced, and he pleads for your help. Would you suggest he A. Go to her immediately and declare his love? If the relationship is to be, he needs to be honest from the start. You offer to accompany him to the village for support. B. Find out more about this girl using any contact you can find in her village. You will not be so shy if he knows something about her. You may even find out she is not the right girl for him. C. Let you help him write anonymous love letters and poems to see her reaction without needing to face her directly. If the reaction is favorable, he can talk to her friends in the village and arrange an accidental meeting. What would Romeo and Juliet do? Your mother is terribly ill, and you have been sent with a few gold pieces to buy some rare medicinal herbs for her. As you reach the door to the apothecary's, you realize there is a hole in your purse, and all the gold has fallen out. Do you A. Enter the store, tell the apothecary your dilemma, and promise on your honor to pay him back for the herbs your mother so desperately needs? B. Attempt to steal the herbs from the apothecaries. You know the old man who works in the store will not be able to catch you, and your mother lies sick. Run back home to admit the loss, hoping that your father will have more gold. You know you'll be punished, but you will neither be in debt to the apothecary, nor will you be a thief. You are at weapons practice with Arms Master Festil. He is very old now, but takes his teaching very seriously. In fact, you have heard him comment that it is all he has left in life. Today he has ceaselessly taunted you at every mistake. Finally, he asks you to attack him in the same technique you just did. In an effort to show you the proper execution, do you A. Do the technique just fast enough so that he can block it, knowing that it is more important to allow the master to retain dignity regardless of your personal feelings? B. Attack him at full speed, knowing that you could probably score the hit and justify his unfair treatment of you by showing the class that you are actually doing it right. But how would that justify it? Refuse and leave practice, unable to compromise your anger with his dignity, and realizing that whatever course you choose would cause you to lose respect for either him or for yourself. The town has a lottery in which the winning chit is called. You look in shock as the winning chit number matches your own. Before you can say anything, another family walks forward. You have seen them before and know that they are extremely poor. Your family, on the other hand, is very well off, and could do without the 100 gold piece prize. Do you A. Say nothing and allow the other family to claim the prize? B. Stand and show your chit, knowing that the prize is rightfully yours. C. Stand and show your chit and offer to split the prize in half with the other family. You hear Arms Master Festil remark during weapons class, the intent of your opponent can be seen in his blade. Many of the students scoff at this, though not openly. Do you A. Feel that the disrespect of the students shows at this point to something which they do not understand and therefore causes you to focus your efforts on understanding it all the more? B. Feel that he means the way the opponent attacks and moves show you how he feels. C. Realize that Arms Master Festil should not be the object of scorn but rather one of respect, for he has lived a full life and survived things none of the students could imagine. While in a marketplace, you witness a thief cut a purse from a noble. Even as he does so, the noble notices and calls for the city guards. In his haste to get away, the thief drops the purse near you. Surprisingly, no one seems to notice the bag of coins at your feet. Do you A. Pick up the bag and pocket it, knowing that the extra windfall will help your family in times of trouble? B. Pick up the bag and signal to the guard, knowing that the only honorable thing to do is return the money to its rightful owner? Or C. Leave the bag there, knowing that it is better not to get involved? Your father tells you one night the story of his battle at Borum Valley, where his men had routed the enemy. They would have captured them all if not for the brave sacrifice of a young sergeant on the opposing side, who held a pass long enough for his men to retreat to safety. He had done so knowing that it would cost him his life. If you had been that man, would you have A. Fled, rationalizing that your experience with battle tactics was too valuable to be wasted and could make the difference later? B. Held the pass also so that the men under your command could flee, though it meant your life. C. Search for some means to distract the enemy so that your men might have the possibility of escaping, but not at the cost of your own life. Alright, that should be the last one. A boat you are in suddenly caught in a tremendous whirlpool. As the current reaches an impossible velocity, the little boat begins springing leaks and starts to sink out of the vortex. You can see no way out that does not promise death. So you A. Pick up the bucket and begin bailing furiously, hoping to keep the boat afloat just a few more seconds. B. Sit back and accept your fate, choosing to die with a sense of decorum and nobility, not as a commoner who fears the unknown. C. Dive into the churning current. You may only be hastening your own death, but at least you are doing something. Dang it, more? Oh man, I've lost count. One night walking home, you are attacked by a young man you know from Arms Master Festil's class. You defend yourself ably and knock him unconscious. While he is out, you A. Tie him up, intending to carry him later when he wakes up. You want to know why he attacked you. You can then turn him into the arms master at your leisure. B. Slit his throat. You know him from class and think he would have done the same had your positions been reversed. C. Leave him with a visible scar. The knowledge of his defeat at your hands and the visible reminder punishment enough for one who has resorted to such dishonorable tactics.